I am in no shape or form successful yet, but there are truths that have been revealed to me that I can't unsee. I find it quite remarkable how there's a large portion of people out there who believe prayer and affirmation alone can carry them towards success. That's only the first step to manifestation. The second step would be action and expression. That's the full equation to the manifestation formula. If you leave one out, it's incomplete and nothing will happen. We live in a duality world where thoughts alone won't bend reality. Now here's where it gets deeper, because I've been there. I thought visualization alone was enough to carry me towards success. I was stuck until I realized nothing will move unless I move, unless I take action. Thoughts can't manipulate matter. And no, sitting in a dimly lit room with one candle, a sheet of paper and a black pen won't equate to taking action. Doesn't count. And this is the part many miss. Manifestation is not action alone or just thought. It's both of them working in synergy. A common misconception I see in the New Age community especially would be a lot think that thoughts alone can solve real life problems. Thoughts alone don't cut it. You have to step on the gas. For example, they tell you to visualize being wealthy, visualize being fit. If you don't take action, all those ideas, those fantasies, will only be that, a fantasy. Think of it like this. The metaphors I like to use are blueprint and construction. The blueprint is your thoughts, your ideas. Construction is the action you take to materialize those ideas. The thought symbolizes the seed. Action symbolizes water and sunlight. If one's missing, the plant won't grow into fruition. If all is present, the result is fruits to your labor. Simple. That's the full equation. That's how it works. The Sistine Chapel, the ceiling, was brought into reality by Michelangelo. He had the blueprint, the idea, and then he constructed the blueprint by taking action. If he just had the idea in his head, no one today would know about the Sistine Chapel. It wouldn't be the Sistine Chapel. It'd just be another historical building. So if you understand that, you'll then understand this next part. I'm going to touch into duality of mind and body and why life requires both mental clarity and physical effort. A disjointed mind full of mental clutter is, in extension, a dysregulated body. If your mind's fogged, your body's off. You won't be able to manifest efficiently. But if both are operating optimally, you can bend reality by exerting physical effort with calculated coordination. The second half of manifestation. Athletes, entrepreneurs, and creatives all alike need mental clarity to perform at their best. Otherwise, they're just fluking it, mate. You can plan the perfect life on paper, but if you don't move, what makes you think reality is going to bend to your imagination? Listen attentively, because this goes over a lot of heads. Experience is education, and failure is the opportunity to gain wisdom and clarity. Action teaches you a lot more than just thinking. You can read 1,000 books, and theory is only going to be 20% of the entire journey. The real growth happens when you take action and you apply your knowledge. You gain experience. That's the other 80%, which is more valuable. For example, if I read 102 books on becoming a pro boxer, no amount of reading will equate to me actually stepping in the ring, doing the drills, breaking a sweat, experiencing minor inconveniences like getting banged in the head and experiencing liver shots, getting winded, breaking a femur. No, I'm messing. You don't have to break a femur to learn. This experience is conditioning me, and I'm learning techniques that I would not learn if I was just reading about it. I am not readily equipped for a real life scenario to defend myself or to strike. I'm incompetent. The pain of failure doesn't kill you. It actually conditions you and makes you stronger. It's valuable information for your next iteration. It builds resilience, it sharpens your instincts, and breeds wisdom and confidence. Simply put, experience is more valuable than theory. And when I say action creates momentum, I mean the accumulated effect of consistency and persistency, not necessarily daily action, but applying effort that's meaningful enough to keep the ball rolling. How the feedback loop works is effort, result, reward. Then more effort, more result, and you feel great. And that's how it plays out. This effect is heightened when you remove dopamine-inducing activities that's hijacking your reward system and focus. We need to get rid of the misconception that boredom is bad. Humans are meant to be bored sometimes. It's where ideas sprout, original ideas, not ideas that you've seen on the algorithm. And of course, that effect is heightened when you get rid of anything that's hijacking your dopamine. Simply put, no matter how small, consistent effort compounds over time. And as cliche as it may sound, you should make it an obligation to do your bed in the morning, even just 10 push-ups a day. The effort eventually becomes habitual, and once it's habitual, you'll seek more, you'll seek more rewarding effort. You're essentially rewiring your dopamine system to respond to effort positively instead of negatively. And that's heightened when you get rid of anything that's hijacking your dopamine. Simply put. Now, I'm not here to bash prayer or talk down on affirmations. If you do that, all power to you. I do believe both are powerful, and after all, it is the first step to manifestation. We must realize though, thought and action work in synergy. It's how you manifest. I may be repeating myself here, but visualization without action is fantasy training. It's a playground in your head. You're mentally edging. It's true vice versa. Action without visualization is potentially wasted time and energy. I say potentially because I believe God is the best of planners, and anything that anyone does is done for a reason, a higher purpose that's beyond the human knowledge. I digress, bringing it back to thought and action. The mind primes the path. Action walks it. Take this into account. Success is not given, it's earned. Unless you're a woman or a child, no one gives a shit about your potential. People only care about results, proof of competency. Even if you are competent, results speak louder than words. Athletes, entrepreneurs, and historical figures combine discipline plus a vision. That's how they manifest it. Carl Jung, for example, was a widely influential psychologist in the 20th century, arguably of all time. The fields he specialized in was psychiatry, psychology, philosophy, and many more. He forever changed how we understand the human mind. Round of applause to him. But check this. If Carl Jung kept his ideas in his head, he wouldn't be Carl Jung. He'd just be Carl. No one would know who he is. He would have bought all his ideas and testings to the grave. He turned thought into legacy, which is plausible. Ideas don't change the world. Both expression and execution do. His work essentially becoming a wildfire, lighting up minds of all generations, because he acted what he saw and felt. To end this off, I will say, visualize your goal and do one thing that will bring you closer to achieving it every day, no matter how small the steps are. As long as it's followed by consistency, that's all that matters.